Right, people, I'm pretty excited. Here at the crossing of Totaranui and Awaroa, I've figured it out coming up the road back from Awaroa. And while I was talking, while the GoPro was recording and it was going up, let me tell you something, a bit of this kind of riding. Here's the thing, I love it. You know, everybody would on a motorcycle. And during my travels, I've had occasionally I speak in the helmet, and it resonates through the helmet into the GoPro, which is in the case, and I recorded that. And those bits are pretty cool, actually, and I had a lot of it during my time in Albania, in that northern episode 16, Northern Albania off-roading. I was having the time of my life. Now I do that a lot, but especially then. And here's the thing: it's good footage. It adds something. I actually also got feedback that people enjoy the bits where I talk. Now, before that, I've occasionally stumbled on YouTube on motorcycle vlogging stuff, and it's guys, you know, riding their everyday traffic to work, and they speak, I don't know, for an hour or almost a long time, and people are watching that. And here's the thing where it comes into play with me and what I'm doing, and it's that, ooh, that's a lot of sun. And this is where my trip comes into play, is that I've been making the videos and with two timelines because I wanted to catch up with the old one and not wait too long to start with the new stuff. But even for the new stuff, I'm recording ridiculous amounts of footage. You wouldn't believe it. That could almost make a daily vlog, but I can't do that with the footage that I usually make. It just takes too much time to make those videos. And I got a lavalier mic, which I got with when I bought this one. And I haven't been using it, and it hooks up to the GoPro. So as of today, I'm going to start recording 5-minute segments, 10-minute segments, not too much cutting, just a bit of talk while I'm riding, while I'm recording with the GoPro, which is not in the case right now. So I'm going to set that up, and I'm stoked because for me it feels like I figured something out to do on a daily basis, and I'm going to do that. So as of today, every day, yes, every day, I'll have some footage of what I'm doing on my journey, which is, it's a lot of work, but that's possible. I can do that because the days are short. I can't waste daylight editing. I usually end up in a tent or at someone else's home. I can't spend a lot of time behind a laptop editing. So, pretty damn stoked. GoPro's ready. It's going to be a hassle. It's going to be a lot of trial and error in the beginning. So I'm going to load it up and we're going to get going. It's already almost 11 o'clock. Haven't had breakfast. Once I get to Takaka, I have to sort out the panniers. The left one, which took that bump. But let's get this show on the road. This is the harness. I've been using this a lot more the last couple of weeks. This is pretty sweet, actually, the point of view. Because I've been, only since New Zealand have I been playing a lot more with the POVs. And anything, the stick, the go pull from behind is pretty sweet. Anything just sees me riding and hanging into the turns. It looks good. But right now with the chest mount, I need to have an extension here. It sits too low, records too much of the tank bag. So I need a bit more of road in front of me. Yeah, that's where we're going to find out in the next few days, you know. Tweak it. So it always has to stay up here. And meanwhile the day is getting away from me, but I don't mind. Well, it technically isn't, because I have a feeling that I'm starting something new, and that's awesome. Stick it in there. I could put in another extension, but then it would sit against my helmet, and I have these other extensions that are this long, and that will just look ridiculous, and you get a bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh yeah, let's get this set up, and then we ride back to Takaka. Also, yeah, I'm not going to start out with the lavalier mic in the helmet. That's a tricky bit, so I'm going to stick it up here somewhere for sure. Stoked, really am. We'll see how all of this goes. Pretty excited. Testing. Mr. Moto World Ride coming live with the hot New Zealand sun in my neck. Testing the lavalier mic. Boya from eBay. So we'll see how that will sound. So I got it in here. Didn't record that on the camera, it wasn't on. Here it is. And we'll see. Bounce, bounce. We'll have to test that along the way, see how it goes. It's all going to be trial and error for the next few days. And for a while actually. You never know what can go wrong. Alright, now I can't get any sound on the phone when it's connected with the GoPro app. And that's something new. Could have to do with the water damage a few weeks back, but I don't get a feedback to check if the audio is working. Now everything is on, camera's rolling, I'll just have to assume that it is, and that the mic is getting what I'm saying. Anyway, trial and error. Let's get on the way. Welcome to my life. Another day in New Zealand after almost 1 month. Almost a week on South Island. And it's been a real blast. Taking on more dirt tracks. Nothing too serious though. Whey, a little slippage. See, I've been pushing it a bit. Nothing too much. To really test the rear Shinko and the front trail wing, which I put on in Wellington. But I've been keen on testing the Shinko off-road. You never really go that fast. But I don't want to go down either because that is such a hassle with the panniers, the hard luggage. So I'm Pedro Mota, and I ride around the world. Started out as a short trip to Vladivostok. It's funny how that's now the short trip. There's these clay bits here on the road that are really slippery, especially with a slick kind of tire still like the Shinko, which is more of a 30% tire than, let's say, your Heidi's. Anyway, yeah, I started this over 2 years ago, 2014, and just kept on riding. After I reached Vladivostok, it was a great ride. Central Asia was really the highlight, Tajikistan and all that. Clay bit. Let me check if this is on. Yeah, it's still on. It's all working. Fantastic. How much fun is this, eh? So these this is like this real slippery stuff. That's what you slide away on. That happened earlier. Almost tipped it over. Was really going really slow on him, but you know, try to push it to see what happens. And you know, the weight of the panniers will pull you down. But it's so much fun. I've gotten a lot better at slipping and sliding since Australia, the gravel roads there. And I have rock hard tires, you know, full pressure. There's 280 in the rear and 220 in the front. And I just like to keep it hard for fuel economy. Oh, little slip there. Oh man, yeah, so life is good. And that's what I've been doing. Here, this is muddy, sandy. So yeah, first episode of my life on the road. I'm pretty excited about it. Show you what happens on a daily basis, something can work on together and improve. Really stoked on that. So I've been making these videos of my journey, and it takes me a while to make those, you know, over 10 hours. And it's been tough to make them on the road. I'd still try to do one a week, Before I was doing 2. And already I'm lagging behind with New Zealand footage. And you wouldn't believe how much footage I capture. You know, it's now 20 gigs a day. I need new hard disks again. And this is something I want to do. This is the daily basis. This is the vlog. And I'm not going to put too much work in it, as in those videos are priority, the ones I'm making. That really shows my journey. But I've been really keen on to show people what my daily day kind of thing is, just showing the segment. So I'm not going to be making a big collection of the day either. It's just, I'll pick moments and I'll do like a 5-10 minute recording. And that's it. Still pretty good. I'll cut a bit in that. Nothing with music or whatever. Just keep it plain and simple for now. So I'm on my way back to Takaka, which is up north. I'm in Abel Tasman, by the way. Most northern part, almost, of New Zealand. I was there a few days ago in the most northern part of South Island. Cars, they still come through here. That's been the great thing riding now in the winter. No tourists, very little. So yeah, Takaka up north, and it's beautiful up here. Unbelievable. Beautiful beaches, nice dirt roads every now and then, a real pleasure. This Abel Tasman Park, big up for the Dutch guy who spotted this lovely island and said, yo, that looks awesome out there. Here we are. Thanks, Abel. So I'll be checking that out. And I haven't been doing this much, these gravel roads, and this is really nice. It's a shame I didn't start yesterday. I was on a track that leads to the Bird's Eye Clearance, not too far from here. And that was fun. That was a really narrow track with gravel and rocks. And you're just slipping up, and it's awesome. This is great fun too. Yeah, so I gotta go back. I gotta go fix the pannier, which it took a hit on the goddamn sidewalk. You know, the elevation. I don't know the name for it anymore. I was taking a really sharp corner around it. It's one of those really sharp turns, and with another car nearby, and it just bounced off of it. I was ripped, and it's. Yeah, it needs to be realigned properly and banged out, and need a car jack for that. That's the downside of hard luggage. The good thing is you lock it. I like it. Still really reminds me of adventure riding, I guess. But you can get away with a lot more with soft luggage. Here, that was the front wheel that almost wanted to go. I have a bit of a bouncy wheel, especially when I go up weight in the bag. My rear suspension is absolutely soggy of all the riding. I never had it, you know, fixed or replaced. See, that was stupid. I gotta keep my eyes on the road. I'm still getting used to this talking business at the same time. I look in the mirror to see if the GoPro's still on, because it's been acting funny. This is something that taught me on this goddamn motorcycle, is eyes on the road, because situations can change so fast. There you go, prime example right on the first episode. Keep your eyes on the road. Oh, see, this is nasty stuff. This is shit, and I should go faster through this. Going slow through mud is also recommended. It's tough. Mud's always tough. And I gotta stay in a line. I'm gonna stand up here. Mud's never fun, especially with these tires, but any tire. I had a bad day in Mongolia and I had Heidi's on, so that was mud. Oh yeah, something too, I can't go too crazy on the rear brake. I've been having some trouble since yesterday. air is getting in the system, I think, and it overheats. And when it gets too hot, it stops working. But then later, the pressure comes back. Let me just stop how much time I have on the GoPro, because I want to record like 10 minutes or so. What's that? I can't read mirror. Yep, that's basically 10 minutes in 10 seconds. Well, yeah, most of you know me, know what I'm doing. Hope you enjoy what's to come, and those who are new, just want to say welcome and enjoy the ride, and come with me to the end of the world. I'm still looking for it, but I know it's somewhere, so let's go find it. Beat on. Yeah, I'll send you off with a nice view. See ya.